Hi guys, I'm Angelo from Surface to Air Sports. We're at sunny Sandbanks in Poole in Dorset, and today we're going to review for you the new Core XR6 Kitesurf kite. There's been some major developments over the years with this kite. Most people know it changes every 2 years. The reason it changes every 2 years is quite simply so that they actually do have a new development in the kite. If they cannot improve this kite, they will not bring out the next series. It really is as simple as that. The XR5 was mind-blowing. Everyone loved that kite and everyone still truly loves that kite. But there's some significant changes in the XR6 and I'm going to run you through them right now. First thing I want to talk about the XR6 is the shape. Now the shape is a hybrid shape. It's a mixture between a bow kite and a delta kite. Now both of those kites are very good at certain things, but they've also got downsides. So what Core have done is they've taken all the good parts out of those two kites and put it into the XR6. So first things first is the delta shape. What have they taken out of the delta shaped kite and put in the XR6? Well, the first thing they've done is taken the swept back wingtips. Now this does two things. This makes it very, very easy to relaunch the kite, okay? So it'll roll very easily onto the wingtip like an auto relaunch and get back up into the sky really, really fast. The second part is the concave in the trailing edge of the kite. Now basically what that does is it eliminates drag. So that helps with upwindability. So there are two major factors you need in a good advanced free ride kite. The final thing are the bow kites. Okay, so bow kites again were very good for wind range and a huge lift, but not very good for much else. So again, Core took those two elements and put them into the XR6. So basically with this kite it helps it change shape. So as you sheet in on the bar, the kite opens up to create more wingspan and in turn give you a huge lift, which in turn also at the same time gives you massive range, so it gives you a really big wind range out of one kite. Another thing we want to talk about is the struts. It would be impossible to make the XR6 with 3 struts. You just wouldn't get the performance. Basically, you need that 5 strut, super rigid frame to enable to give you the power and the lift that you'll get out of the XR6. This is by far the biggest boosting kites in the world at the minute, without a shadow of a doubt. So it needs that frame, that exoskeleton frame, to make it really, really strong and rigid, so that when you shoot, and you're up in the air, it ain't going to change shape, it's going to keep its shape at all times and make it very, very predictable for you. A major improvement that any rider will recognise almost immediately is the turning speed. The XR5 is fast, the XR6 is faster again. Without a shadow of a doubt, this kite is quicker, which in turn enables you to boost higher as well. Now what they've done to make it faster is it's very, very small movement, but what they've done is they've moved the attachment points of the bridle, which in turn makes this kite even quicker in the sky. A small movement on the kite is a massive difference in turning speed, so you can be sure the XR6 is going to turn quicker than the current XR5. Another point of adjustment on the XR6 is the CIT modes, okay? This is where you can really custom the feel of your kite, okay? So we have 3 modes here, okay? Now, you might know them as wave, all round and freestyle. But basically what they do is they change the feel of the kite. So on the first one, which is wave, it's a really, really direct, like super direct. So that means any input into the bar for turning, it will immediately turn, like really, really fast and direct turning speed. All round obviously is direct still, but all round riding. And then you've got freestyle. Freestyle will turn a lot slower, quite simply because you'll probably be doing freestyle tricks on your twin tip and you won't want the kite to turn as fast. So these 3 settings really enable you to make massive difference in the feel of the kite and how you want to ride on any given day. Another customizable design of the CIT is the bar pressure, okay? So you can literally make the bar hard on the pressure or really, really light, depending on your personal feeling, how you want the kite to feel when it's in the air. And it's really, really simple. You've got super easy, easy and medium. So the heaviest bar pressure's here and the lightest bar pressure's here. So basically what I would do personally is I would normally have it in here. So I'll simply just pop this on here like so, drop this through, and there it is done. And I can move that anytime I want, literally 5 seconds it takes before my session. So if I'm really hurting on my arms, I feel like a tennis elbow, or I really want that light feeling, I'll push it over to super easy. If I really want a direct and I really want to know where the kite is at all times, it'll be heavier on the bar, then I'll go over to the medium pressure. So really easy to tune, anyone can do it, and it takes 2 seconds. All this power, all this control is nothing without strength, because the kite just simply wouldn't last. With Core Kites, you know you are getting the best quality of materials in the world. Okay, so they have something called EXO Tech. Now this is the Dacron. You'll see this on the leading edge and the struts. And what this does basically is it's 4 times stronger than normal Dacron, and it enables or limits or stops any seam bulges. So when you put your pressure into this kite, you normally go to 6 or 7 psi. The Core Kites can take a lot more, okay? The reason for that is because of this material here. It eliminates any seam bulge. So normally when you overinflate a kite, or over time, you'll get seam bulge, which is where it starts to bulge around the seam of the kite, okay? This is obviously not good because it affects aerodynamics, which is obviously not good for anything that wants to fly. What you'll get from this is rigid, so it'll be super stiff in the sky, and it'll keep its shape really well. So it enables the turns to be a lot quicker, and it will also enable to keep the frame shape, which in turn will give you a real lofty, longer jumps. It won't increase the height, but it will increase the air time. So another feature from Core on the XR6. The XR6 also has Core Tech's Ripstop material. Now this is triple Ripstop, not like you get on most kites, which is just they're called Ripstop material to help limit the tears and obviously reduce repair costs. This is triple Ripstop, so it's 3 times stronger than what you'd get on most kitesurf kites out there. And basically what it does, it enables you, if you do happen to get a tear, it will limit the distance of the tear and how big it becomes, enabling you to reduce your repair costs. It will also keep the canopy really tight in flight, okay? So when you see a Core kite on the beach, go up to it and have a feel how crisp and taut the canopy will be. You'll only get that on a Core kite. Another feature, and it's no secret, that Core kites have the biggest lift on the market. The XR6 is pushing the envelope on that. So the intelligent arc system, which is something that only Core do, is no secret what it does, but basically it enables you to have a longer, floatier jump and more lift. So what it does is just like a bird really. When a bird flies and it wants to increase on its wingspan, it gets more lift. It's exactly the same. So the bird will open up its wings and it will increase in height. So when you sheet in on the bar on a Core XR6 or any Core kite with the intelligent arc system, the kite will literally open up. And when it opens up, it'll give you more lift, more air time, and it will also soften your landings as well to make it more forgiving on landing. And that's exactly the same in the opposite direction. So when you sheet out on the kite to depower it, the arc will close up, and then by closing, it will give you more wind range. So in turn, the intelligent arc gives you more lift, more floaty jumps, more softer landings, and a bigger wind range. Only Core kites offer the intelligent arc system. Major improvement from the XR5 to this new XR6 is the bridle. So the bridle, they've made it a lot shorter, so it makes it more direct, it makes the kite turn faster. So what they've done here is, last year or the year before, this point was around about here. They've moved it further away from the centre of the kite to make it more responsive in the turn, make it faster turning. They've also shortened it by around about 20%, which again makes the kite more direct. And then the other major point is here. This is a double attachment to leading edge. Previous years was a single. By making it a double, again, has made the turning speed a lot quicker and the kite feel a lot more direct when you turn the bar. So by doing these improvements over the XR5, it's increased your speed and increased your lift, because obviously a faster turning kite more apparent wind, more lift. Speed pump. Now, you see all these pumps on the market, massive pumps. Oh, increase your kite pumping up speed by 20%, 30%, 50%. They're all great, but if you don't have the speed pump valve, then they become pointless. So basically, this is the speed pump. So it's exactly the same size as a dump valve. So if I pump this kite up with a large pump, the increase in speed is around about 50%. So it's a massive difference and gets you out on the water a lot quicker. So no more pumping, or less pumping, should we say, and more sessions on the water. Abrasive points to the kite. Beaches like this at sandbanks, they have lots of shells on them, lots of stuff that are going to damage your kite when you put it down, when you land it, when you try and self-launch it. So the kite has to be really, really strong, and at the same time doesn't want to get damaged by those obstacles that are on the beach. So what Core do is they put these really, really hard wearing patches over all of the seams and important points on the leading edge. So over the seams makes the kite a lot stronger, obviously, in turn, but also if you put it in certain areas of the leading edge, when you're dragging it on the beach or you're doing self-landing or someone's landing you and throwing the kite down, you know it's protected. So you'll see them here, 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 all the way up, and they're also on the struts as well. So this will help to keep the kite in the condition that you bought it for years to come. Relaunch, probably one of the most important things of any kitesurf kite. If you want to improve on kite surfing, you need good relaunchability. It's simple as that. If you cannot relaunch your kite, you will not have the confidence to try that new trick. The XR6 auto relaunch is probably the best in the world right now. If it drops into the water, it will literally drift downward, ready to relaunch. You just pull on the bar, and the bar will make the kite go into a C shape and launch off of the water. It really is that easy. So you can go out with the confidence knowing that you can try any trick you want, and if you drop the kite, you're going to relaunch it. And let's face it, if you're not crushing your kite, you are not trying hard enough. And that goes for beginners as well. Beginners will crush their kite in the water all the time, especially out of their depth. So they can be sure and be really, really comfortable knowing that with the XR6, they're going to be able to relaunch it instantly. We've tried this kite. I've been out on it probably for 3 hours last night, which was really, really good. You will notice, if you've got an XR5, you will notice immediately how different this kite is, how good this kite is, how fast it is, how much it boosts, how easy it is to relaunch. There is nothing on this kite that I personally don't believe is better than any other kite in the same category I've ever ridden right now, as of today. The XR6 is by far the best lift. So if you're just going to get into boosting, XR6 all day long. But please, demo it yourself. Go to your local dealer, or even better, come to us at Surface to Air Sports. We've got them on demo. Come and try them. You will be blown away of how easy to use and kite friendly this really is, I can assure you. Thanks for watching. I'm Angelo from Surface to Air Sports. This is the Core XR6 Kitesurf kite. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Remember to subscribe to our channel, because we're constantly doing these reviews about kites, not just this brand, but all the brands. So definitely check that out as well. You can also buy this from our store at s2as.com. Or if you've got any comments, please add them below. We do monitor them and we will answer them for you. Thanks very much for watching.